Scuff. What do you mean, scuff?
Scuff is a colloquial term used to refer to unforeseen problems in a stream.
A stream.
It can be anything from an audio disconnect to poor internet. It's very hard to troubleshoot.
Troubleshoot.
Leave it to me, Snake. Just stay alive out there. Pew.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We make way too much fun of Snake about for that kind of thing.
It's like when in doubt, repeat the last word. Too.
Pretty much. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to try and make it so that everything looks visible this way. I'm actually going to go ahead and put those here for now. There we go. You guys did not miss anything. We are just about to get started, and I'm trying to make sure that everything looks good on our end and on Yu's end, and sounds good on our end and Yu's end.
Hey Jeremy, hey Jeppo. I'm my fucking god is here. Glove Boy is here. How you doing? David Timmer.
Aaron Zachow, Game Watch.
Opening in awe.
Opening an eye is a regular here. Good to see you, man.
The gang's all here.
Alright, so, and I kind of want to do this on, I kind of want to do this on the socials.
We're gonna party like it's 1996. Oh, love the Cuphead Let's Play. Thank you very much. It was a fun time.
Gonna go ahead and copy paste all of that for the Discords. Will you be doing the monster thing and drop the baby penguin off the cliff? We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
only if it annoys us for some reason. Sorry, I'm just reading your chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
I feel like I shouldn't just repeat things that are in your private chat onto.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's typical. I'm just gonna say that right now. That is kind of typical. It's a bit of an inside joke.
Cleffa Lover, good to see ya. Quarter Guy, good to see ya. Alex, I've been hearing tales of your adventures and your battles against hags.
Yeah, no, last night was awesome.
Press start to play.
Alright, just gonna slap these around here. I know there's a stream den here in Sheikah's chat.
Question, can swords be thrown as boomerangs? They can be thrown as boomerangs. Whether or not they'll behave like one and come back is a different story.
Ah, there it is. Technically, anything can be used as a boomerang.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether it actually functions as such.
Because the thing we often ignore about boomerangs is that boomerangs, even the real ones, don't come back when they hit something.
Mm-hmm.
The point is that if you miss your target, they come back.
Yeah. More often than not, if they hit something, laws of physics is going to dictate that, no, they're going to stay there because they just hit something.
Yeah. Because the only reason why it comes back is because the rapid rotation creates a centripetal force in the orthogonal axis. Which is the same reason why helicopters stay up.
Yep. Stay up and not only stay stabilized, because that's what the whole thing with the tail propeller.
You need the second propeller, otherwise the bottom of it would also spin. Yeah. We had an interesting conversation on the Discord yesterday about if Sub-Zero could get an ice cream headache. I liked that one a lot.
No, that was funny.
I'm of the opinion that he can get a ice cream headache.
He can, it's just not very often, because if he's eating ice cream, he's probably aware of it and is going to be like, okay, I'm not going to, like, let the cold affect me too much.
Yeah.
But this also dictates why he himself can be frozen, because it's like he can't exactly control the ice coming from a mirror match.
Yeah.
Or frost.
Like, he can be frozen because he freezes himself, but also when he freezes himself, he does something to prepare himself so that when he unfreezes, he's not just like, ah!
Yup.
Like,
Yup.
he has some resistance to the effects.
These are the conversations we have. So how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are playing Super Mario 64 today, and we are going to attempt to do a full playthrough of the game. Not a 100% playthrough. God knows we don't have the time to do all that nonsense. We are going to attempt to at least do a any percent playthrough. We're basically aiming to get to the end credits before the day's end. And I might as well go ahead and address this right now. For those of you wondering, like, why, we're doing this now instead of Valhalla, long story short, it's for personal, situations, of which I don't want to get involved in because, or not involved in, but I don't want to necessarily talk about because it's a bit of a personal thing. But, Sheik is not feeling well. He decided to take the weekend to take care of himself, and I wholeheartedly support that. But at the same time, me being someone who really, really wants him in the Valhalla stream, we decided to go ahead and give him a break, and we're gonna give Valhalla a break. And John and I were kind of like wanting to do this playthrough anyway.
We're kind of on an N64 kick.
I've noticed, because I've also been kind of on a, like, not just an N64, but also an old school game kick, because I recently replayed Fire Emblem 7 again.
Yeah.
And in a kind of roundabout way, I started playing Dragon Quest III, the HD 2D remake, and it's really nice.
Cool.
Like, it's actually really, really nice. Is it like the most complex RPG? No, not by any stretch, but it's Dragon Quest. It's not supposed to.
Yeah, that came out in, like, what, 1989?
Something like that, yeah. But,
FE7 is a Blazing Sword. The
Yeah.
first one on the Game Boy Advance. So you often just see it called Fire Emblem.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of old school games, alongside going through Zenless Zone Zero, Monster Hunter Wilds, which I'm having so much fun with, and Hades 2, because the latest updates came out. Dude, that freaking final boss on Olympus is hard. Not gonna spoil it, but it's hard.
That's cool that there's, like, branches.
No, I really like what they did with the game. Alright, so, I think we can go ahead and get started, though I would like to ask the chat, how does everything sound and how does everything look to you? I've played around with a couple of the settings on my Streamlabs just to try and make this, look a little better, sound a little better. Is the game sound fine? Does our mic audio sound okay? Like, is everything balanced? Are we not having frame rate issues and whatnot? Because yeah, I've been doing a lot of experimenting with this nonsense all week.
I mean, this Mario head spinning around is probably the most graphically intensive part of the game. So.
Oh yeah. I really like all the direction. Like, this is the kind of thing that reminds me of just like how far they were willing to go to push the technology of like games back then, because like if I recall correctly, this was the game that Charles Martinet first voiced, unless he did something before that.
Technically his first was a game called Mario Fundamentals,
That's
which was
right.
a Nintendo licensed PC game where you played like Go Fish and stuff with Mario.
That's right. And didn't he also do Mario Teaches Typing?
I don't know if there's voice acting in Mario Teaches Typing.
I could be remembering wrong. It's specifically that one with the talking head that interacts with you whenever you're like playing with him or something like. Was that Mario Fundamentals or Mario Teaches Typing?
I feel like you're thinking of Mario Fundamentals.
I might be thinking Mario Fundamentals. You're right.
I haven't played either of those games though, to be honest. Looks like we're good though as far as sound balance goes.
All right, sounds good.
Nobody's complaining.
And a quick little reminder to everyone, I do have bits, I do have things that can be, oh, it was Teaches Typing 2.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Jeppo. But yeah, I do have bits, I do have a donation button down there. Every little bit of support helps, guys, as subscriptions help and everything. I don't like to really, like, push for that, but, you know, I'm a guy who wants to, like, make something out of this and, like, you know, be able to make a living alongside a full-time job. The fact that, you know, that's an entirely different discussion.
Well, this will help. Jeremy just put in a spontaneous top 3.
Top 3 Mario games. Oh, geez. Off the top of my head, I'd have to say my favorite is definitely Super Mario Odyssey. The other 2, I'm gonna go with Super Mario Galaxy, and this is gonna be typical of me. Sunshine. Like, Sunshine is kind of jank, but it's fun jank. You know.
Top of my head was Galaxy, Odyssey, Thousand Year Door.
Oh crap!
But that's an entirely different if you're not just going.
Yeah, because it's like, because that's the thing is like, there's just so many Mario games you can go to, and like, you know.
I also think
so
Galaxy
many genres.
Galaxy 2 I think is just as good as Galaxy 1. I like both of them.
I do too.
I just
frankly.
like don't want to make 2 of my 3 slots a Galaxy game. I guess.
I agree. Like, I personally, like, this is gonna sound weird. I personally like Mario Galaxy 1 a little better than 2, if only because I kind of like the hub world aspect as opposed to like the world map aspect of it.
Galaxy 1 has the better hub world.
It has a better hub world, and like in
the
my
vibe,
personal,
it has better vibes.
yes, the personality of Super Mario Galaxy 1 was just immaculate.
K-Snow with a spontaneous top 3. Now that you guys have finally played the delicious last course, top 3 bosses in the DLC.
I think we can talk about this because there is a little thing.
I'll at
where,
least give the top of my head.
yeah,
answer.
we are doing a little thing with John on his channel later, called Tears of Joy, where we're gonna make a tier list out of like the bosses in Cuphead. And it's gonna
I
be
want to
new
try
series for him.
a new video format that's tier lists.
But if I had to pick the 3 best my personal 3 favorite bosses in the DLC, I would say definitely Chef Saltbaker, Esther Winchester,
Yeah,
and I gotta go with the Moonshiners, the Moonshiner gang.
those are good ones. Yeah, I'm thinking through the other ones, and there's no bad bosses in the DLC.
There
though,
aren't. The
the
dog
Howling
fight.
Aces.
The Howling Aces is probably like the closest one to a bad fight, but that's purely because of that one phase.
There's
Everything
just
else about it is great.
Just an aspect I don't like about
exactly.
it. Yeah, I'd say Esther Winchester, Chef Saltbaker. No, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, the Moonshiner gang.
Mob. Yeah.
Especially because the Moonshine Mob is just like such a good first impression for what to expect in that DLC. Like, hey, it tricked me too. That false
Yeah.
knockout tricked me too, but I loved it because of that.
I think we would have died if I wasn't screaming at Oscar. And I already knew it.
All right, so let's get this going, shall we?
Yeah. Is this the Dark Souls of Mario games, Uwu? I mean,
Hey Mario, give me your nose.
I'd say the Dark Souls of Mario games is the Lost Levels. The real Japanese Super Mario Brothers 2.
Probably. The Lost Levels, like, gets absolutely insane.
Yeah. Like, if we're going with the, like, this is the Dark Souls as in,
Dear Mario.
Oh, fun fact, I believe this is the first time her name was Peach.
It was, yeah, because before this, she was always referred to as Princess Toadstool, but they decided to give her a first name.
Yeah. I believe.
Which is funny, too, because, like, Peach, like, seems like kind of like, okay, like, you've decided to pick a name, it's Peach, right? But the whole idea of Princess Peach is actually extremely common, in Japan because of the story of Momohime, literally Princess Peach.
Yeah, that's, like, kind of a really... That's a really simple name.
Yeah, it's a simple name, and it's a very common, like, trope, for, like,
Your Sakura
for that sort of
princess.
character. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Sakura Princess was actually a really good, way to put it. Ciao! You've reached Princess Toadstool's castle via the warp pipe. Using a controller is a piece of cake. Press A to jump and B to attack. Press B to read signs, too. Use a control stick in the center of the controller to move Mario around. Now, head for the castle. I don't know why I decided to go into my Biff voice for freaking Lakitu. I don't even know if that was Lakitu.
Yeah, that was definitely Lakitu.
Okay, so I gotta remind myself of the controls here.
Well, lucky for you, here in 1996, they had the foresight to just give you this big open area to get used to.
Yup.
Like, picture you're in 1996, you're making, like, there aren't very many fully 3D games like this yet. So they really do go, I wouldn't say overboard, but they must have been really afraid that people just wouldn't get it, and I think that's why we have Lakitu with the camera.
Yeah.
Because most gamers at this time don't get the idea of, like, moving the camera, so they had to kind of, like, represent it with a character.
Which is kind of cool, too, because it's like, again, it inadvertently gives you, like, this huge open area where it's just like, oh, hey, you need to get used to the controls? Well, here you go. And that's actually one thing I really want to point out about Super Mario 64. Even by today's standards, the controls are clean. Like, I was just going through this right now, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how smooth this was.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Like, incredibly. Good afternoon, Lakitu Bros here, reporting live from the just outside Princess Peach's castle. Mario has just arrived on the scene, and we'll be filming the action live as he enters the castle and pursues the missing Power Stars. As seasoned cameramen, we'll be shooting from the recommended angle, but you can also change the camera angle by pressing the C buttons. If we can't adjust the view any further, we'll buzz. And to take a look at your surroundings, stop and press up C. Press A to resume play. Switch camera modes with the R button. Signs along the way will reveal these instructions. For now, reporting live, this has been the Lakitu Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know how many Lakitu brothers there are.
Hang on a second, what is this about the missing Power Stars? Bitch! And then we get this classic moment.
Welcome. No one's home. Now scram! And don't come back.
Yup, we got this going on. Might as well go ahead and, okay. Excuse me for a moment.
Yeah, I don't have a Toad voice ready.
And I'm glad to see you! The princess and well, everybody! We're all trapped!
Nope, can't do it.
We're all trapped inside the castle walls!
No.
Nope.
Nope, can't do it.
I didn't do enough vocal warm-ups.
No,
for
that
this.
is like, dude, if there's one person that I admire being able to do that for a prolonged period of time. So a lot of you might be familiar with Amelie, a man who is like a very famous voice actress, also a famous VTuber. Her Toad voice is kind of insanely like good. Wow, you're smack in the middle of the battlefield. You'll find the Power Stars that Bowser stole inside the Painting Worlds. First, talk to the Bob-omb Buddy. Press B to talk. He'll certainly help you out, and so will his comrades in the other areas. To read signs and yada yada yada, you guys already know about this. Let's do this. Go ahead.
Watch out. If you wander around here, you're liable to be plastered by a water bomb. Those enemy Bob-ombs love to fight, and they're always finding ways to attack. This meadow has become a battlefield ever since the big Bob-omb got his paws on the Power Star. Can you recover the stars for us? Cross the bridge and go left up the path to find the big Bob-omb. Please come back to see me after you've retrieved the Power Star.
Alright, so yeah, I'm not even gonna, like, beat around the bush here. I'm going straight for it. Again, we're on a time limit here, guys. We're aiming to beat this in one sitting, so... And just so you know, I am no speedrunner. And boy, do I remember this thing freaking me out when I was a kid.
Yeah. We don't talk about the story of Bob-omb Battlefield enough, but, like, it appears that, like, the pink Bob-ombs are at war with the black Bob-ombs.
Yep.
Which is also the concept of an entire board in the first Mario Party.
Wario's,
It's just Wario's Battlefield.
Wario's, Bob-omb Battlefield or something?
Something like that. Yeah, so this game, especially for its time, this is like the grandfather of like great movement tech in video games.
Oh, absolutely,
I feel like.
absolutely. Like, no, the tricks you can pull off in Wario's Battle Canyon. That's
Canyon.
it. Yeah, no, the like neat tricks you can pull off in this game, just from the like simple movement tech in this, that is like accessible to you with Mario, is actually kind of ridiculously cool.
And we were talking about before we started the stream. Later ports of this game have patched out some of the like glitchier things you can do.
Yeah, most famously the infamous long jump glitch.
Yeah, the backwards long jump up the stairs.
I'm the Big Bob-omb, Lord of all blasting matter, King of kabooms the world over. How dare you scale my mountain? By what right do you set foot on my imperial mountaintop? You may have eluded my guards, but you'll never escape my grasp. And you'll never take away my power star. I hereby challenge you, Mario. If you want the star I hold, you must prove yourself in battle. Can you pick me up from the back and hurl me to this royal turf? I think you cannot.
Very chivalrous of him to explain how you defeat it.
I mean, he is a king at the end of the day. So yeah, it's still gotta get used to this, cause like, there we go. And this is also one thing, like, you kind of realize that, like, Mario is kind of ridiculously athletic.
Yeah.
Your mustache is better than mine. By rights, you must be destroyed.
I love it.
This mountain has been in my family line for generations.
You shall never take it from me. Now. What? Can it be that a pipsqueak like you has defused the Bob-omb King? You might be fast enough to ground me, but you'll have to pick up the pace if you want to take King Bowser by the tail. Methinks my troops could learn a lesson from you. Here is your star, as I promised, Mario. If you want to see me again, select the star from the menu. For now, farewell.
I forgot how much, like, tutorializing there is, because
Well, that's the thing, though.
I
it's
don't
like,
read anything in this game anymore.
Uh-huh. That's the thing, though, like, at first you would think, oh, well, why are you telling me how to beat you? But then you realize you might not figure it out otherwise. It's not immediately obvious that, like, you actually have to pick him up from the back.
Yeah. That, like, probably wouldn't be the first thing I tried. I'd probably try to, like, jump kick him or something.
Yeah, like, because, like, Mario has a punch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Is the mustache just leftover fuse lining glued together? Could be. Hey, Mario. Is it true that you beat the Big Bob-omb? Cool. You must be strong and pretty fast. So, how fast are you anyway? Fast enough to beat me, Koopa the Quick? I don't think so. Just try me. How about a race to the mountaintop where the Big Bob-omb was? What do you say? When I say go, let the race begin. Ready? Go!
So, the first time I did this, right, I actually tried to cheat and use the cannon, and it turns out that he will get mad at you if you do.
Yeah.
I did not know that the first time I did this.
Not only can he get mad at you if you do certain tricks, but you can actually do tricks when he, like, can't see you and he won't notice.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
the crazy
right.
Same thing with the penguin race later.
Yep, it's kind of like wild that the game can like that the game has enough foresight to be able to do that.
But your Koopa the Quick voice kind of sounded like Ripper from Total Drama Reboot. I haven't watched the reboot.
Me neither.
What I was kind of trying to do was Bentley from Sly Cooper, which I haven't done in a little while. But
Ow.
you do the like Sly.
It's okay, Bentley. I can hear you loud and clear and loudly. Can I wave dash? Or like, can I like? Nah, you can't really like do the.
You kind of have like Mr. Krabs feet going there.
Did you guys watch Lythero's SM60? Yes, I did. It's really good. Anything made by Lythero is amazing.
Lythero is a real one. Whoa! You really are fast! A human blur! Here you go. You've won it fair and square. Whatever a human is, am I right?
I mean, is Mario a human?
I think so. Definitely by the movie continuity. He is, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think he, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, all humans.
Mm-hmm. Like, even by the game's own continuity, because, like, you go back to, like, old, like, Mario continuity, like, the dude's apparently a dude from Brooklyn. Okay, so, what star was this one? shoot to the island in the sky.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to talk to this dude to activate the cannons. So this one's pretty easy.
Thank you, Mario. The Big Bob-omb is nothing but a big dud now, but the battle for the castle has just begun. Other enemies are holding the other power stars. If you recover more stars, you can open new doors that lead to new worlds. My Bob-omb buddies are waiting for you. Be sure to talk to them. They'll set up cannons for you. I think you gotta talk to them on the platform, yeah.
Yep.
Ow. Ow.
Can I speak to you, sir? There we go.
We're peace-loving Bob-ombs, so we don't use cannons. But if you'd like to blast off, we don't mind. Help yourself. We'll prepare all of the cannons in this course for you to use. Bon voyage!
I like what Opening and Awe said. Mario is Mario.
Ready to blast off. Come on, hop into the cannon. You can reach the star on the floating island by using the 4 cannons. Use the control stick to aim and then press A to fire. If you're handy, you can grab onto trees and poles to land.
Might as well. Oh, it's inverted controls. I gotta get used to that. Okay, I'm gonna be proud of myself for that
Yeah.
trick.
I do really like that if you hit a tree, you'll just automatically grab onto it.
Yeah, because Mario's got that grip strength, man.
Don't worry, I wasn't trying to insult you. I'd recommended it. Oh yeah, I didn't take it as an insult. No, Ezio's grandfather is Mario.
Again! Call me the king, call me the master of tree gripping. There we go.
Even you, the master of tree gripping.
Should be able to grab onto that tree in the floating sky. Floating island. You know what I mean! Recovered 3 power stars, and now you can open a door with a 3 on its star. And yeah, I guess I might as well go ahead and do a couple of these now, because, like, we can come back to Bob-omb Battlefield later.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's, like, a ton of secrets that we can do. Specifically, though, I want to go up here.
I do wish we got, like, a fully playable... Not, like, fully playable. Remember Super Mario 64 3D?
Yes, absolutely.
Which, like, would be the definitive version of this game. Except... Like, it was on the DS, it had 150 stars instead of 120. You could play as Luigi and Yoshi and Wario. Plus, it had a lot of really good touchscreen minigames.
Admittedly, like, part of me, like, always thought that, like, that was sort of a thing where it's like, why was Wario helping? And, like, maybe Wario has, like, some reverence for Princess Peach in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I do not like to help you, but, I like her. Fine, I'll help, but you're paying me for it.
Yeah, I figured he was doing it for a reward.
More than likely.
Matt the Aquaflame, thank you for the 100 bits. And C Baragon, thank you for the follow.
So this should be the tower, right?
That should be Womp's Fortress.
Womp's Fortress, yep, that's it.
Also, I think you can get another star on the slide if you finish it again in a certain time limit.
Can you?
I think so.
Someone in the comments confirm that for me. I'm gonna do a little bit of this first. Chip off the Womp's block.
Bro, I'm obsessed with Monster Hunter Wilds and I need help.
Yeah, sure, I'm down to help you with that. God knows I'm willing to help anyone who wants to get into Monster Hunter.
Or what you need help with is that you're too obsessed with it.
Oh.
Like you need help, like you need, like, Alcoholics Anonymous.
You know what, though? I can kind of relate, admittedly.
Will Waluigi ever get anything someday? Yeah, Waluigi has a taco stand.
Okay, invincibility frames do not apply to you. Good to know.
Ask the Green Scorpion.
Oh no! Well, great start. Yeah, sure. What do you got for me, Jeremy? Good to see you again, by the way.
Okay, yeah, it's under 21 seconds on the slide. to get
God,
another
oh
star.
geez, how do you do it under 21 seconds?
Just gotta be fast.
Gotta go fast.
What's a death scene that ironically makes you laugh? Oh,
Huh.
I feel like there must be a lot of them. I don't know if any are coming to mind right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because it's like, are we talking like a death scene that needs to? You know what? This is gonna sound terrible. A lot of the death scenes in Fire Emblem Engage, because they take way too goddamn long.
Oh, they don't make me laugh. They just piss me off.
They make me laugh because they piss me off. Like if that's any way to put it. But other than that, gosh,
Yeah, he's got a red coin on top of it, I think.
yeah. I'm not even doing this for, like, the red coin specifically, because I know, Whomp's Fortress is one of the few places where you can easily get the 100 coin star.
Oh, okay.
Even on the first go. Especially because of these piranha plants.
It's really weird seeing piranha plants with green lips.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Nope. That did not work.
The piranha plants can be a little finicky.
Mhm.
I'd say just run and dive at it.
Yeah, you can't hit him when he's ow. Oh well.
There's a bunch of you go. Yeah, follow this path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the cool thing about the 100 star coins, right, or 100 coin stars, is that they don't kick you out of the map as soon as you do them. So that way you can like kind of kill two birds with one stone, like immediately. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There must be other death scenes and things where I'm just like,
Yeah, the ones that come to me to mind immediately for me is Fire Emblem Engage. If only ironically. Okay, another one that I can think of that's kind of like in a vein of like, oh, like yeah, this makes me laugh because it's kind of silly, but it's also like super fucking tragic, or not tragic, but also kind of like dark, is Xant's death.
oh,
'Cause
yeah,
it-
where he like blows up.
Because it's like, yeah, it's a really like gruesome death, but it's also kind of like really funny.
It's very cartoony.
It
yeah.
is. That one tends to make me laugh because of like how it's done more than anything else.
David Timmer asks, "How's Amber doing?"
She's doing good. She's doing very good. She's downstairs right now, relaxing, chilling with the pup. We've been doing pretty good so far, all things considered. Like she and I, gotta say we're living a pretty good life. A lot of stress, mind you, but that kind of goes without saying, given everything that's been going on. But you know.
Yeah, these are weird times.
Mm-hmm. Weird is a great term for it, yeah. Is there something at the top of this? I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
One up.
I might as well collect on those just in case anything happens, but, like, yeah, I think with this, I should be able to snag, any last remaining... That was close.
You ever see the Green Devil Challenge?
The Green Devil Challenge. Can't say I have.
So when you activate a one-up like that, it will
Oh!
it will automatically
yeah.
fly to you. So the idea is to activate one and then get all 8 red coins before the one-up mushroom.
Yes,
catches you.
I have seen that. Yes, I didn't know it was called the Green Devil Challenge.
That's what I've heard it called.
Makes me so mad. We build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and still you walk all over us. Do you ever say thank you? No! Well, you're not going to wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for the fun. Do you have a problem with that? Just try to pound me, wimp.
Yeah, this guy has a funny exploit where if you're like in the right frames of a ground pound, you'll just phase through him.
Oh,
When
yeah.
he's dropping, I never really figured out how to do it.
Oh, crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I will grovel. Grovel. Here, you win. Take this with you.
Gravel. God damn it. Yep, I'm still remembering everything that I can do in this game, and I am enjoying it. Vive la France. Why did we say Vive la France?
It's just for France.
Comic, will you ever do a Let's Play of the Yakuza games again?
I mean, I want to play other Yakuza games. I played, because I've only Let's Played Yakuza 0, and I've played Like a Dragon on my own time. So I have Yakuza Kiwami, which I've, like, kind of played around with the idea of Let's Playing. It's just, like, Yakuza 0 was kind of a stressful Let's Play for me. It was just, like, so big, and I felt like I had to do everything, and I don't know if, like, the Let's Play is fun if you don't do everything.
It is a very daunting game, like, when you want to aim to do everything that you can.
And, like, not that it's, like, all about the views or anything, but, like, people weren't watching for Yakuza 0 Let's Play by the end.
Oh, no?
No, which, you know,
That happens sometimes.
does kind of affect me when nobody's really, like, commenting or anything like that.
Yeah.
Kind of kills my motivation.
That's understandable, honestly. I've had that a couple times here and there as well.
Yeah, if I got, like, a lot of people actually wanted to see it.
I think that's why, like, Steamcember, anytime you do Steamcember, it's been, like, a really successful, like, endeavor, because, again, people choose what they want to see from you.
Yeah, I got the games people want to see.
Exactly. And that inadvertently makes it so that a lot of people come in and watch. God knows, like, Cuphead and especially Hi-Fi Rush have been, like, doing pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah. I've been holding this Kirby.
Okay, shoot into the wild blue. I gotta remember how to do this one. By the way, this owl. Who's there? Who woke me up? It's still daylight. I should be sleeping. Oh, as long as I'm awake, why not take a short flight with me? I'll take you wherever you want to go, as long as my wings hold out. Watch my shadow and grab on.
Yeah, you can go right into the one basket with the star there on the right.
This thing is a bitch and a half to control, though.
Yeah. Western Echidna, how you doing? Question from Tempest Swarm.
Aye.
How would you feel if we got a post-apocalyptic fantasy setting in a Fire Emblem game? I think that could work great, yeah.
I mean, we kind of got that with what went on in Awakening with Grima, but it wasn't a full-ass campaign. It was just, you know, it was kind of a side story with what's been going on after Grima destroyed the world, basically.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting.
I always thought it would be interesting to get like a more like Industrial Revolution kind of setting.
Got it. Which is funny you say that, because Fire Emblem Heroes kind of did that with the Wergar storyline.
And Prince Dobler is saying the Engage DLC was like that kind of.
That's true, actually. I forgot that they did that.
I didn't play the Engage DLC.
You're not missing much. I will say it's hard. It is very challenging, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. That's pretty much the extent of my feelings for the Fire Emblem Engage DLC. Fire Emblem Engage in overall, honestly, like I've already expressed my concerns. And by the way, I love this trick. Peach. Peach! Ah!
That's on our top 10 practical jokes, I think.
Yeah, it was.
You stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend, watch your step.
Yakuza 5 is the hardest 100% comic, as there are 5 pro tags that have separate completion lists and sub-stories, and it's hard. Oh, we got a stay hydrated, kids.
Thank you. I have coffee right now, but I should probably grab like a water.
There's water in this.
Are you offering?
You want some?
I'm good for now, but thank you.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Oh, goodness. You got me on that one.
Who the fuck cares? That's all. Favorite character who is sweet but scary, like Haru in Persona 5. Haru's a great example of that.
Haru is a very good example of that. For me,
Vanilla from the Sonic.
Yo,
comics.
Vanilla's a badass. No, I completely agree. Vanilla's great. My immediate thought is Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I don't think of Hilda as actually being sweet. I think of her as being kind of like.
That's fair.
I love her. Don't.
Oh no. Yeah.
I think she's a fun character.
Yeah, I'm trying to think while also just loving this theme. By the way, that's one thing I want to express about Super Mario 64 is its soundtrack. Because, like, if there's one thing about this soundtrack that I absolutely love, a lot of the themes for Bowser make him sound legitimately terrifying.
Yeah, they brought this song back in Mario Galaxy, which I really liked.
Yeah, I gotta be careful here because the footing and the controls here can get very slippery.
Yeah, it can be kind of tough to like judge distances of things too, just because there's not as much texture on things.
Ah! Well, that sucks.
Mamma mia!
Well, back in we go. Sweet but dangerous or terrifying. I'm trying to think.
I think Aerith is a good example of
Yes, Aerith is actually a wonderful example of that. Aerith, kind of, sort of Agnia from Octopath Traveler, because like she's incredibly sweet. She doesn't get angry often, but when she gets angry, she's actually kind of like scary. Although, yeah, that's tough, man. That's very tough.
I really appreciate, one thing I really like about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth is I feel like they get Aerith's character from the original more than, like, Advent Children and Kingdom Hearts and stuff.
I completely agree. Like, that's the thing, though. Advent Children and Kingdom Hearts overall kind of, like, in my personal opinion, they kind of flanderize a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, it's a fan service game. I'm not gonna, like, when it comes to, like, that sort of thing, I'm not gonna hold it against them too much. But, it's also one of those things that it's like, you notice it, especially when the game takes its story very seriously, and at times it does.
Because, like, yeah, I think they just kind of took to heart that, like, Aerith dies and that's very sad, and then that, like, became her character, is that she's just, like, super sweet, innocent lamb of a person.
Yep.
Which,
She is.
She is a very good person, and she is very sweet, but, like...
She's also kind of mischievous.
Yeah.
Like, the girl's not afraid to throw hands when the chips are down.
She's cute, and she knows it, and she uses it to disarm people.
Yeah, very. She gives him the chair.
Yeah.
God, I love that. I love that detail in Final Fantasy Remake.
I always liked, and this is in the original Final Fantasy VII also, but when you tried, there's a whole part where you try to leave Aerith's house and sneak off on your own so that she doesn't follow you. This is like when you've just met her.
Yeah.
And there's this whole segment where you have to, like, be as quiet as possible, or else she, like, wakes up and you have to go back to bed and do it again.
I am
and
missing one of them.
after the whole section, then you, like, leave town and she's there, like, waiting for you by the fence.
Yup.
And she's like, okay, are you done? Because I'm coming with you. Like, Aerith is smarter than you, Cloud.
Yeah. Where did I miss that last red coin?
Is it, like, go back to where you're about to go into the Bowser stage?
I checked the behind the pipe.
Oh, okay. is there like a little ledge off of the platform?
Oh, good point.
Either that or right before the start of the
Oh no, really?
maybe.
Oh my lord!
Right, you need to hit the switch, and then it'll make blocks for you to walk across. Yeah, just jump for it if you miss.
Geronimo! Ow! And I love the fact that you can use the ground pound to mitigate that fall damage.
Yeah, you can kind of kill your momentum.
And hey, we can just make our way back up.
Yep. Ling Xiaoyu from Tekken, yeah, I'd say she fits that mold.
Now I just gotta not mess this up.
Jeremy is taunting us as Bowser.
I like that. Well, at least I know where that coin is now.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, these Bowser levels are not the easiest. Like, they're actually kind of tricky. The exception being, the lava world, because at least that one doesn't have bottomless pits.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a sec. You try controlling this Western Echidna. Do you recall, like, I know I went ahead and, like, praised how smooth the controls are in this game, but that doesn't mean that jank doesn't exist.
Well, that's like, they're so smooth that you just kind of, like, smoothly walk off edges.
Because it's like, when you turn around, there's, like, a small little, like, U-turn he makes, instead of just going straight towards, where you want him to go.
There's a difference between smooth and tight.
Yes, very.
The controls aren't particularly tight, but they're very smooth.
I got this, though. Plus, it's not like this level doesn't, like, just supply you with extra lives.
Yeah.
I think the developers knew how tricky this level could be.
Anybody gonna watch, WrestleMania 1 month away? I'm not a big wrestling guy. I appreciate it a lot, but I've never gotten into it.
Same here. Like, I follow, like, certain stars, and, like, certain, like, popular, like, wrestling, like, personas. But that's also because, like, I have friends who are really super into wrestling. I have a couple guys, over at, my job, that are super into wrestling. If I recall correctly, also my friend Dante is, into it as well.
You think in the new Tomb Raider they'll create a storyline where Lara gets... What? No, I don't think they'll create a storyline where Lara gets breast cancer. I don't think that's the kind of tone they're going for.
Interesting take. I am curious as to what would lead to that belief. But at the same time, I'm not sure I want to know. Because it's like, okay, yeah, like that is a, that would make for a,
It's a reference to something.
okay.
Was that like a zero punctuation gag or something?
I'm not sure. It might have been. It might have been. That zero punctuation would probably make a joke like that. Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Yup. Yipe!
So Comic, I saw you got one of Amori's endings. What are your thoughts on the game? Oh yeah, Western Echidna. I know this is like your favorite game of all time.
Oh yeah, Austin loves Omori.
Yeah, I really liked it. I got the good ending. I didn't get the like little. I know there's like a way to get like an extra little scene at the end if you've been watering the flowers. I completely forgot to keep watering the flowers. Oh, gaming in the Clinton years, classic.
Got it.
Tough luck, Mario. Princess Toadstool isn't here.
Is she in another castle?
Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Never! I love low poly Bowser.
No, like, he's, like, it's kind of the perfect mix of goofy, but also kind of
I
terrifying.
think he looks cute.
So long, gay Bowser! The classic line.
Yeah, I think you need to get him into the bombs.
Yep.
So long.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, baby.
Ugh, I was a bit careless. This is not as I had planned. But I still hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later.
Here we go.
So long, gay Bowser.
Another stay hydrated. Thank you, Shadowgun.
Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we're pretty much cruising through this. We're already 9 stars in.
Yeah, you need 70 to go to the final Bowser.
I thought it was 80.
No, 70.
Works for me.
I'm pretty sure.
We might as well go ahead and handle a couple of the things here first.
Yeah.
One place in particular.
Is this,
Jolly Roger Bay.
okay. There's also the secret level to the right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Whoa.
So, yeah, I think I've told this before, but when I was a kid, I took the longest time to finish this game specifically because I actively avoided the water levels.
Yeah, these are always scary to me, too.
Yeah, and especially later on because when you realize that you have to go through a water level in order to, like, get one of the main objectives. And I was, like, when I was a kid and I saw that, like, oh, I opened the level and then I immediately fall into a pool of water, I just immediately turned the game off. I was terrified of water levels when I was a kid, man. Now that I'm older, though, I can appreciate, like, how smooth these swimming controls were for their time. Eh? Elise, thank you for the subscription! Really appreciate that.
This is such a good song, too.
Oh, yeah, no, like, Jolly Roger Bay's, like, theme is classic for a reason. Is it reverse controls? It is inverted controls for the swimming, but like once you know how to like handle it, it's not hard to get used to it.
Inverted controls make sense to me for swimming.
It's for swimming and for like flying a plane because
Yeah.
like normally it's like, oh, you gotta like hold it down to like go up.
Yeah.
So that's the logic behind that.
My favorite water ambience is the Sunken Frigate from Metroid Prime. That's a good one, too.
Sunken Frigate's great.
Yeah.
For me, this is no surprise, but for me it's Aquarium Park from Sonic Colors.
I used to, when they had this game on the DS, I would go to, the minigame where there was like a mind reader minigame where you just kind of like guessed what was on the card. It was a weird thing to have a minigame of, but it would play this song, and I would just put that on my DS and go to sleep with that on.
I used to do the same thing. Like I loved falling asleep to music. I still sometimes do. One weird thing about me is that I like listening to like audiobooks or like commentary of like, you know, fighting games and shit when I go to sleep. This terrifying ass motherfucker.
Eonagi, which just means eel.
Yeah, it does. I can't just approach you. No, I gotta do something to get you out of here, right?
I think you just need to swim away from him then. He'll come out eventually.
Well, first I need to find some air.
Go for the clam.
Nope.
You went a little too much for the clam.
My bad.
Favorite water level is the one from Galaxy 2. Are you thinking of the one where you like freeze the water and stuff?
Oh, what was that? What was that galaxy called again?
Yeah, I don't remember. That is a good one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was like Beach Bowl Galaxy and Galaxy 1. And
Beach Bowl Galaxy, there was, freaking, what was the one where it had only 1 star, but it was, like, super, super good?
well, there was the one where you fight a Bonefin. There were a few water levels across both Galaxy games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, if I recall correctly, I remember as a kid, like, you approach it, and then you swim away from it. You kind of just have to wait for him to come out of his own volition, I think. And I did that again.
Elise says, I've been doing a pure mono normal playthrough of White 2 and using a new unevolved baby Azurill for an entire playthrough has been an experience. Azurill is the only pure normal that can learn Waterfall, Sans God, Sans Arceus.
Huh! I
Okay.
didn't even consider that, actually. That's kind of cool.
Galaxy also has Sea Slide Galaxy, which is, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not like we didn't do a whole list about them.
Yeah. What was our Mario level? Was it the Beach Kingdom?
Sand Kingdom.
Sand King?
Or not Sand Kingdom,
Yeah, like Ocean Kingdom, Lagoon Kingdom.
what was it again? Frick!
The beach side place,
Seaside Kingdom?
maybe. Luigi has his own casino in the DS version. Yes, he does. Yeah, I played a lot of the casino games in that game too. The mini games on that DS were so good. They just like took a lot of them and reused them in New Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, whenever someone asks me about, like, oh, what characters do you want to, like, see in Poker Night at the Inventory if they ever made a third one? And I was like, make Luigi the dealer. Like, honestly.
That would be a weird collab, Nintendo and Telltale.
It would. Can I make this? That'll do.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah, Seaside Kingdom from Odyssey, and the one from Galaxy 2 is Cosmic Cove. Yeah.
Please ignore me struggling to go up this freaking ship. I never liked going up this goddamn ship because this was always so unbelievably finicky.
There you go.
There we go, okay. Hey Mario, what's the easiest way for you to go up that ship? Doing a backflips, apparently. Alright, going good so far.
Yeah, I 100%ed this game not too long ago on the Switch, like just like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah?
Was the last time I played it.
And then there's this star. Can the eel come out to play? The eel would like to play.
Eel would like to play.
Yeah, this was also one of those stars that I always had trouble with as a kid. Especially because, like, okay, so, I've expressed before on my channel that, like, for some reason, Nintendo has this, like, insanely weird obsession with eels in their video games. Who remembers, Pinnacle Rock from, Majora's Mask?
Oh, yeah.
That shit terrified me as a kid, man. I did not like having to go down there to retrieve those goddamn Zora eggs.
Alright, just wait there for a second.
Yep. Ow. Nope, I need coins. Which apparently have an air supply in them.
Yep.
Don't know why.
I've heard before that it was actually like an oversight because they just like had the air meter be the same as the health meter.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was, because I didn't think they would expect anyone to, like, be like, oh, shoot, I'm, like, low on health. I need to, like, find coins. No, you can just go to the water's surface and suddenly you're full of health again.
Yeah, that part is the oversight. They didn't think about how that fully heals you then.
Yup.
You can just like jump in water whenever you get hurt. Scarlet Torchic with an Ask the Green Scorpion.
What do you got? Gotcha!
For Oscar and Comic, what's something in video games that used to terrify you as a kid but not anymore?
In this situation, it would be water levels.
Yeah.
But something else.
Specifically, the shark, Snacker the Shark in Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's a very specific one for me.
I can agree with that wholeheartedly.
Not to be confused with Clanker. Clanker wasn't so bad for me, but...
For me personally, it was always, something that you couldn't necessarily see. It's like, you know that terrifying thing of like, oh, you hear something, and then, oh, the piano's a great example in this game. For me, it was like, oh, the unseen is like what's the most terrifying, and it was the freaking floor masters in Zelda. Like you go into the forest temple, and suddenly you hear this like weird humming, and suddenly like you see a shadow growing like under your feet, and it's like you look up, and then there's nothing there. That shit horrified me as a kid.
One of the most scared I've ever gotten by a video game actually wasn't even like a programmed thing. It was I was playing Metroid Prime and I was saving my game and it crashed.
Oh yeah.
So it went da na 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 na, and I like jumped out of my chair. I was so freaked out.
No, that sounds horrible. No. Oh, that would freak me out, sure.
Didn't like it. I was just easily...
I cannot believe I still remember that!
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like, I was just like, wait a second, what was the order again? Hang on, I think I can feel it. And I remembered. That's what I'm talking about, man. Speaking of Metroid, actually, the fucking SAS.
Oh, yeah.
That still kind of terrifies me nowadays, but no, the SAS as a kid, like, I had a hard time going through Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion actually kind of gave me nightmares as a kid, like, believe it or not.
I didn't play Fusion till later, so that wasn't really nightmare material for me.
Nah, like, Metroid Fusion had some scary shit, man.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
Why don't we do this? I think you need 10 stars for this to unlock. Welcome to the Wing Cap course. Step on the red switch at the top of the tower in the center of the rainbow ring. When you trigger the switch, all of the red blocks you find will become solid. Try out the Wing Cap. Do a triple jump to take off and press Z to land. Pull back on the control stick to go up and push forward to nosedive, just as you would when flying an airplane. What if I've never flown an airplane? Yeah, so you need to make sure to hit the switch.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The wing cap in this game is like the controls are kind of tough to get used to. Because it's hard to gain air. Like, to gain air, you need to pick up speed.
The good thing is that, like, this is one of those situations where you don't lose a life upon failure. So, like, you can just keep on trying again and again.
The failed game cutscene in Banjo-Kazooie where Gruntilda actually transforms into a hot version of herself.
Yeah, no, the game over screens by, like, Rare were often pretty, like, dark a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I remember that was also a situation with me with Donkey Kong 64. Oh, frick, what was that one Jack in the Box boss in, like, 64?
Mad Jack.
Mad Jack. Mad Jack was terrifying, man. Boom, baby.
I think the N64 era, also PS1 and stuff, does lend itself to really scary designs.
Very. We want to talk about freaking Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Dead Hands.
Yeah.
Like, Dead Hands were just straight up, like, ghouls or whites. Like, D&D, like, zombies. Like, I know we had Redeads too, and Redeads were also terrifying in their own right, but the Dead Hands were something else.
Oh, the Star-Lord from Link's Crossbow Training. That's an interesting one.
Really?
Yeah.
From Link's Crossbow Training specifically?
Not for me. That's what Glitch and Black here said.
That's what I'm asking. Huh. I really hope we can get a straight horror game with Metroid. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but you could call Metroid kind of like borderline horror, because like a lot of the like direction and a lot of the like the takes that they do, like the design choices that they make in those games, can kind of equate to horror in a way. It's a game with horror elements.
I'm happy with how close to horror it is currently.
God knows Metroid Dread gets you in the feels when it comes to like horror, because like those enemies are terrifying, man.
Now I gotta be honest, and this might be an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
The Emmys were just kind of annoying to me.
Really?
I like felt nothing. I didn't find them scary. It was just kind of like, I gotta do this crap again.
Fair enough.
Might be an unpopular opinion. Especially that one where you're like running through the water, so you're slow.
Oh yeah, no, I can understand that sentiment. Ow. And that's another star in the bag, baby. I remember as a kid, I didn't really go through this area all too much because, like, I was just satisfied with the stars I got from that slide, and that was it.
Yeah.
No, this area in particular is kind of annoying.
It's a little tough, yeah. Getting the red coins is tough because, yeah, it's not easy to get from one side of the stage to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, as we all know, you gotta bring this penguin from up here, not the penguin that's next to the mother. It needs to be this one.
We're going on an adventure. We're going down. I always found that amusing, that Mario can just get stuck in the snow.
Yeah.
That's a neat detail that they did not have to do.
Yeah, if you fall onto snow or onto sand, Mario can just get stuck.
Yep.
This is an underrated Mario enemy. This is Mr. Blizzard.
I always remember him as an item.
I came to see an item.
Mario Party specifically.
Oh, okay. I remember in Mario Party 3, I think you need makeup.
There you go. You found my precious baby! Where have you been? How can I ever thank you, Mario? Oh, I do have this, star? Here, take it, with my eternal gratitude. Now the question becomes, do we toss that baby over the side? No, we're not gonna do that.
If you want footage of the baby penguin getting thrown over the edge, you can find it. There's lots of it.
There's lots of it, yep. I know Maximilian Dude did it when, I think he did it, when he did a playthrough of Super Mario 64. It was actually, so if you guys want to see someone play through a game for the very first time and they're like an adult at that point, I actually highly recommend watching Maximilian Dude play through the game because, like, it goes to show that, it goes to show that even someone in their, like, 30s, 40s, or whatever, who, like, has probably had no experience playing, like, old school Nintendo games or platformers or whatnot, can still find so much joy in, like, playing something like this game for the very first time. Like, Max, like, figured out the game eventually, and, like, he cleared the game in about 10 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he did a really good job.
I get really tired of the question of, like, does XYZ game hold up? Like, I don't know.
Like, there is something to be said about that, like, from a technical standpoint, or from a, a feel standpoint, crap baskets.
Yeah, like, does this have, like, the control or the graphical fidelity of current games? Like, no.
No,
like,
but it's one of those things where it's like,
does it hold up to such like a subjective thing? And I
Yes.
feel like people will say it with like objective authority.
which honestly, like, Wambu and I actually had a really cool conversation about it
Yeah.
a little while ago, where like, I often like get asked on whether I feel this is my objective view or my subjective view. Here's the thing though, like, it's kind of a moot point to think it like that, because yes, there is a difference between my objective and subjective viewpoints, but at the end of the day, both those subjective and objective viewpoints are opinions.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I can think of something as like being objectively better than like something else.
Yeah.
But that is my opinion. Like, there is a difference between objective and subjective opinion.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of the thing that I personally like kind of try to keep in mind when it comes to like making my videos and such. Again, one of the things I often say is there's a difference between what I know is my favorite and what I think is the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, subjectively, my favorite game in the Legend of Zelda series is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Do I think they're the best games in the franchise? No. I actually think that might go to Twilight Princess. Personally, I think that is the objective best. That being said, I could also be totally wrong, because, like, you know, that is still an opinion. I think Twilight Princess is the best game in the franchise, but that could be a totally... someone else could see it completely differently than I can. That's just how it goes. You can be as objective as possible. You can, like, try to, like, throw every single, like, objective viewpoint towards something all you want. It's still, at the end of the day, going to be a personal, human-perceived opinion.
Yeah. There are some people who are like professional critics, like including like food critics and stuff like that, who maybe can get the closest to possible to having a real like objective stance on things. I'd say that's still going to be partially subjective because the human experience is subjective.
Especially because, like, when you look at that, when you look at it that way as well, yes, that might be the most impartial, like, judgment of something you can get, but that also, in turn, comes with the kind of comes with the caveat of how much you value that person's opinion. It's like, yeah, like, this guy can be an absolute critic, but do you as a person value this critic's opinion on this? If you
Yeah.
don't, then the point is moot, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, nothing is ever objective at the end of the day when it comes to
Yeah.
how people view it.
Now I will say Super Mario 64 is a game I'm less likely to recommend to just anybody than like Galaxy or Odyssey.
Yeah. And even then, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, Super Mario 64, like, yes, it's not a game that I would recommend to someone who wants to get, like, the best Super Mario experience, but at the same time, you meet someone who's like, oh man, Super Mario Odyssey was so good, and I played this game called Super Mario Galaxy, which was awesome. I didn't realize how good these games were. And then I would be like, do you know where all that started? And they'd be like, what do you mean? Let me show you a game called Super Mario 64. That's where I would recommend a game like this to someone who wants to not only, like, experience another game in the franchise, but also kind of, like,
Is interested in games as like an evolving art form.
yeah, kind of like, oh, you suddenly, you suddenly get the, you suddenly can get the perspective of, like, where did it all start? Where is all this coming from? And that's the important thing. And like, again, I brought up Maximilian Dude and how he, like, played the game for the first time, and, like, yeah, like, the game, it's old. But it's a good old game. You know? That's how I see it anyway.
Jeppo asked, does there actually exist any other gaming lawyers besides people from Phoenix Wright? I can only
absolutely.
think of Yagami from Judgment and Sai Nijima. I don't think Sai Nijima's a lawyer, though, I think.
No, Sai Nijima
Nijima's
is a district attorney for all intents and purposes. She is a detective.
Yeah. I mean, a district attorney would be a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
think that's what she is.
Yeah, no, she is a detective. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, if you've ever played Aviary Attorney, you got J.J. Falcone, who is a lawyer. I'm sure there are other
Oopsie.
I'm
I'm actually gonna move on from this course.
Yeah, mainly I can just think of Ace Attorney characters, though. Subjectively, my fave turn-based RPG is Pokemon Black and White 2. Objectively, I think the best turn-based RPG I've ever played is Divinity Original Sin 2.
Ooh, okay. That's kind of a unique opinion because yeah, Divinity Original Sin is not one that like immediately comes to mind when it comes to that topic.
I didn't realize Divinity was turn-based. I guess it's kind of like, that's the same people who went on to make Baldur's Gate 3. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Divinity Original Sin is actually pretty good. Oh man, but again though, that also comes with the caveat of like how far are you willing to go with this, because no one person in the world will be able to consume the massive medium that is video games. There's just too many to go through.
I'm just thinking about how, in Super Mario Sunshine, Mario has to stand trial for what Shadow Mario did, and he does not appear to have a lawyer.
Oh yeah. No, dude, the freaking justice system in Pianta in like Isle Delfino is kind of freaking terrible.
Yeah.
Might as well go ahead and snag this one real quick.
He's free.
I'm free!
Here we go!
I think she does Sai become a lawyer at the end of the game? I don't remember.
Oh, you know what? She mentions that she wants to become a defense attorney.
Okay. Okay.
I think. If I'm recalling correctly.
So she wants to be a lawyer. That doesn't mean she is one.
Yeah.
There's probably official dialogue somewhere there that says she goes on to be a lawyer.
Okay, if I recall correctly, the key is for the basement, right?
Yep.
And then there's this mother effer.
That was definitely a thing that scared me for a long time. I was afraid to go back here.
Same.
Because it's also not always there. It's not there at the beginning of the game. So I've, like, come back here and explored and stuff a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And then to go there where you think... where you're not expecting it to be there and there's a huge ghost.
And then there's this. Big Boo's Haunt, baby. This place.
Come on in here.
Poll in the chat. How many of y'all knew the fun fact that the laughs for the boos are just Bowser's laugh sped up?
I didn't know that. Oh, the piano. You should play it, Oscar.
I think I know a tune or two. Stay hydrated, kids. Oh, what? Freaking, what fired at me?
Something through the wall, I think.
Oh, I think it was one of the... Oh, it was a goddamn chair. Give him the chair.
Mr. I. The ghosts don't die.
Can you look at me? There we go.
Look at me.
This is also one of those levels that's actually really easy to get the 100 coin star because of, like, you get so many coins from, like, killing the boos and killing, like, the enemies. Ah, nuts. And then we gotta find our way out of here anytime we fall.
My fun fact about this part
Yeah?
is the little spinny carnival thing.
Yeah.
The music here was used again in Mario Strikers Charged for whenever Boo gets a gold.
Yes. Dude, Mario Strikers Charge is a great game.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Mario Strikers Battle League didn't quite meet up to those expectations. Whether it's because we're older now and like we like maybe don't have as much appreciation for that, or because Mario Strikers Charge just was, I'm gonna say it, I think Mario Strikers Charge was just way better designed.
We got a question from Elise here.
Yes.
Can you rank the 6 main weapons from Hades 1 from least to most fave?
Ooh. Phew. If I had to pick my favorite to least favorite weapons in Hades 1, I think my least favorite would be Stygius, the sword. But that's also coming, that's also like
Sword
with
is boring.
like the sword is simple. I will say this, like, the sword is, like, boring until you get the aspect of Arthur.
Yeah, I like the Arthur.
Once you
aspect.
get the aspect of Arthur, the sword becomes incredibly good. After that, I'm trying to think about what all the weapons were. After that, I would say the spear. And that's like a huge jump because the spear is like really, really good.
Yeah, I think
in Hades 1.
I think spear is actually my second favorite.
Yeah, this is also me personally.
I think we're gonna have the same favorite, but we'll see.
Probably. But yeah, I would say like my second favorite is the spear, or my second least favorite is the spear. After that, I would say Exegryph, the railgun. If only because, like, again, the railgun's fun, but it's kind of like you sit there and you shoot a lot. And eventually, like, because I like what you can build with Exegryph, but eventually it gets to the point where it's like, at the end of the day, you're just, like, dashing and shooting, you know? Which, again, good design with that weapon is just not for me. After that, I would say the fists, the gauntlets. Boom! Here comes the Master of Mischief! The Tower of Terror, the Big Boo! Then my second favorite would be, the bow. Because, you can do some seriously amazing shit, with the bow, especially with the different aspects. And, yeah, this should be no surprise. My favorite weapon is Aegis. The shield.
That's my favorite too.
No, dude, the shield is so good.
I've heard it described as like the beginner weapon. I don't care. I like it.
Oh, no, like, just because it's a beginner weapon,
Yeah.
that doesn't make it any less fun. Especially because, like, again, I don't think there's a single aspect of the shield that I dislike. You can do some crazy shit with the aspect of Zeus. The aspect of Chaos was my go-to for pretty much a lot of my runs in Hades 2, up until I got the aspect of Beowulf. And once I got Beowulf, I never looked back. The shield became my favorite weapon like, completely. I also just really like the Tale of Beowulf, so that was kind of nice to see.
Do you think Silksong might be the Duke Nukem Forever of indie games?
God, I hope not. Like, I'm not going to give... I actually do want to go back to Big Busan. I don't want to give them too much crap. Because, you know, I understand that difficulties with game development can like, happen, which, is kind of twofold for indies, admittedly. That being said, it's been a while.
Yeah, it won't be the Duke Nukem Forever, though, unless it, like, comes out and is bad.
Pretty much. And, like, the thing is, like, I don't think Team Cherry is going to be necessarily, like, too proud to be like, oh yeah, this game is bad, but we have to release it, let's just release it anyway. No, Team Cherry, like, I'm pretty sure is better than that. I've been surprised before, mind you, but, you know, I like to at least hold on to some semblance of hope. And Oh My Effing God asks, who is my favorite Olympian god? If we're talking, like, from specifically Hades, Artemis. No questions asked. Whether that is because her boons are good or because I have a major crush on her, I'll leave that up to your interpretation.
I think if it's just off of, like, all Greek mythology, I would probably say Hermes.
Hermes is great in Hades as well. Like, he's got the unique aspect of, like, not quite being the same as, like, a lot of the other gods, when it comes to how he handles, like, you know, boons and everything. Which kind of, like, also gives him, like, a really, really cool, like, role, that's very unique to the other gods, in Hades 2, because, unlike the rest of them that kind of just, like, stick around in, Mount Olympus, he has a very active role in not only being the messenger, between, like, all the realms, but also he works with Charon.
Yeah.
Which is great. I always thought that was a neat detail. And then you get that, like, awesome conversation between you and Skelly, where it's like, Skelly, who are you working for? And Skelly's not telling you, and Zagreus is just like, what if I never hit you again? No? So help me, Skelly, if you don't tell me who you're working for, it'll be nothing but pleasantries between us from this moment on. No! Please, have mercy, boyo! No mercy, Skelly.
Tell me who you are, or I will never hit you again. All right. But you gotta promise me you won't tell anyone or anyone in your house, all right? Or else I'm done for. And then he tells you it's Charon. And Zagreus is just kind of like so disappointed about it because he thought it was like some other grand, like crazy, like person like hiring them, but no, it just turns out to be the shopkeeper. And like he's just kind of like blasé about it.
Let's go.
Sonic the Jedi asked, random question, if you tried to remake top 10 boomerang wielders, would Vi from Bug Fables end up there?
Oh, absolutely!
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Vi, V, however, like, I say V because she's a B.
Yeah, it's tough because it's V rhymes with B, but I think her name is Violet.
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of
So it
sense.
might be Vi, but also, like, you know, you could still call it V short for Violet. Yeah. We have a friend named Veronica, and she goes by V.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, no, absolutely, Vi would be on there because holy smoke, the stuff you can do with that boomerang is like insanely amazing.
I like that the boomerang
what was it called?
splits into stingers too.
Yeah. What was it called again? It had like an act.
Oh, it was the V-meringue.
Not just the V-meringue, but it was like the scientist had like an acronym for it.
Oh yeah. I don't remember. All I'm thinking of is VERPs, which is I think from Crosscode. That's what
got
what they call the balls you fire in Crosscode. Bow's probably my second favorite weapon purely because of aspect of Chiron. It's just that broken. Nothing beats Malphon for me though. When everything else fails, always default to hitting them really hard.
Yep. Fun little bit actually. So Hades 2 is currently out, and so far we have the Witch's Staff, the Sacrificial Daggers, the Diamond Axe, the Twin Torches, the Skull, and the Power Armor black coat thing, right?
Yeah.
We have all these different aspects that they've released on it with, like, you know, the aspects of, like, Greek figures, but they haven't released, the like, hidden aspects yet. And I'm wondering, like, I'm wondering what, like, some people might think, like, would be really, really good hidden aspects that they could apply. I hope that they give us an aspect of, like, Scatha or something.
Wintersoul, thank you for the follow. Tempestorm asked, what do you think of use of music samples for creating video game music? I'm not sure what you mean.
I think I know what he means, but I could use a little bit of a clarification there.
Use of music samples for creating video game music.
I might turn off that thing.
Yeah, there's a fan that started going in the background and distracted me.
It's my dehumidifier.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, because like when you shower, when it gets steamy in there, things get a little fogged up and like humid. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn that thing off.
Or like using samples to make video game music, like using like clips of pre-existing things. Is it like you talking about from like a legal standpoint, or from like if it counts as copying?
Because like it depends on whether like you're using samples without permission. Because if you're using permission for it, then that's fine. Especially because, like, when it comes to certain themings with video game music, like, leitmotifs are a thing.
Actually, with regards to how to pronounce I have the physical version of the game on Switch on rent from my library, and there's a manual that includes the devs, or at least one of them, that says that apparently it is said like B.
Oh!
VSys does pronounce it like bi, though.
Oh,
Okay,
I get it.
that's interesting.
Well, who am I to argue? Who am I to argue with the developers? Have we heard of Epic the Musical? Oh my God, yes we have.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it yet, though.
It's really good. It's really good.
I haven't gotten around to listening to the soundtrack.
Fantastic. Ay, mama. Josh and I, or like Josh was discussing with like some others, because he likes to do like villain themes.
Yeah.
There's some really, really good ones in Epic the Musical.
I did get to see Hades Town on Broadway, though. That was really cool.
Oh, yeah, no, that must have been awesome.
That was awesome.
I always found that dumb.
That is some physics.
Yeah, I'm not going for the red coin star. I'm just trying to get 100 coins.
I think he means like how Rich Girl from Gwen Stefani samples If I Were a Rich Man from Fiddler on the Roof. Now, is that... She's not really sampling it. She's kind of just taking the melody. She's kind of just taking
that
it.
sort of thing.
It's
Okay,
not a sample.
I might as well just grab this since I'm already this far. Okay. That's usually not a problem.
Because I'm thinking, like... When I'm thinking of sampling, I'm thinking about how, like, in some Undertale music, like in the Amalgamates battle theme, there's, like, samples of Earthbound music in it. Like, they actually, like, cut it.
Okay,
They, like,
that makes
just cut
sense.
the, like, whoop sound and, like, made that into a song.
That is usually not a problem, and I have no issues with that. Specifically because, if you're communicative about it, and like you let these persons know, or if the sample in question is already under, like, you know, the Creative Commons law, that's perfectly fine. One of my personal favorite examples of that, actually, I recently was made privy to this because it's a really, really cool detail, is the main theme to Dandadan. Dandadan actually uses a really, really cool sample from an old school, like, sea shanty song back in the mid 1900s, and the way they sample it is actually really clever because they take like one of the like instruments that like has a certain melody and they speed it up to the point where, like, in the song you get that like Pikmin ass sounding like motif, like that one. Yeah, that's a sample from an old school sea shanty.
Oh, that's neat.
So things like that, yeah, no, absolutely. Especially if the song or like the sample in question is already under the jurisdiction of the Creative Commons law, where enough time has passed that you can basically use it, that's fine.
Because, like, sampling comes from, like, a lot of musicians with their, like, Casio keyboards or whatever, being like, they just, like, hear a sound they like, and they're like, oh, can you do that again? I want to sample it.
Yeah, another example, as a matter of fact, we just played Cuphead, right? There's that one run and gun stage that uses a sample from the athletic theme from Super Mario.
Yeah.
That's fine. Absolutely. Now, using the samples directly and, like, without permission, or creating your own version of it by, like, basically leitmotifing, there's a difference there. If you're just creating your own version of it, like, as, like, sort of an homage, that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine in my opinion.
Though it's really tough with music, actually.
It is.
Because, especially, like, the American, like, record labeling industry is very protective of, like, apparently as written, like, it is illegal even to, like, make a song that kind of sounds like another for purpose of homage. Like, it doesn't get called out all the time, but
No.
technically you can't make a song that sounds too much like another song.
Unless-
even if it's not a direct sample.
Unless you actually contact the person in question, like, of the original, like, you know, sound, and be like, hey, I want to pay an homage, or, like, you know, do a parody of this, can I? And if you do get permission, then you're fine.
The tough thing, though, is that even if you get permission from the artist who made the original song, their label or their producer or somebody who makes money off of theirs might later say, like, well, you didn't have my permission. Like, this
Yeah.
happens all the time in rap.
No, oh my god, yeah, that's so true. That is very true.
And that, I think, is the reason why we'll never have an English port of Mother 3.
Yup.
Because all of the songs in that game sound like Beatles songs.
Yup.
They're not samples. They're original works made to sound like it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so
Yeah.
specifically inspired by that, and it feels unlikely that the property holders of those songs would, like, not try to litigate it.
As a matter of fact, do you want to know one game that recently was remade where they ran into that very same issue?
Yeah.
To the point where it's actually kind of annoying that they did. The House of the Dead remakes.
Really?
The original House of the Dead soundtrack was not able to be used in the remake because of licensing issues. So it's like, really? Like, what the hell, man? So that was always like,
Are you supposed to like kick those books or something?
yes, but like that's the secret that this star is specific. But I do want to do the 100 coin star.
Oh, got it.
So I'm taking the time to go around and like collect as many as I can. But yeah, like the House of the Dead remakes don't have the original soundtrack in them, and that kind of like that was kind of like, oh man, really? Like some people were a little upset about that, and rightfully so. But like most old people also understood. I am happy to say that like the remakes also kind of tried to replicate the voice acting jank, which was quite notorious for House of the Dead. Hijo de madre, what? What was that? Not cool.
Yeah, I guess that coffin is looking for a patron.
We already got that one. We're good. I think I can get the rest in a room upstairs because there's a bunch of booze I can like take out.
Countdown idea: top 10 Greek pantheons, representations in video games.
Well, actually, we did want to do a like top 10 like mythological games at one point because there's a ton of them. I actually want to do that with Ignis one of these days.
Yeah, just going off of like things with the Greek pantheon in it. You got Hades, you got Kid Icarus, you got Glory of Heracles, you got God of War.
Yep.
You got
Smite.
yeah, Smite. You got Persona 3.
And like just Shin Megami Tensei in general, really.
Yeah.
Okay, where was the room with that bookcase? I think it was over here.
I think it was downstairs on the left.
No, it was one of the. Here we go,
Okay,
got it.
This one. It was upstairs on the left. Age of Mythology, yeah.
Ow.
Remember the original Fire Temple chant from Ocarina of Time? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Later versions of the game cut that chant out of the music because
Yep.
because it was like an actual Muslim prayer, I think. Okay, I generally gotta ask, what does Ifwe Madre mean? I think it means fuck your mother.
Kind of.
Or no, it just means like motherfucker.
Yeah, basically. It's basically motherfucker, but it's also like, yeah, it's basically motherfucker. Like, hijo de tu madre. But, like, the direct translation is fuck your mother, but it is basically motherfucker. The Spanish language is fun, man. Question. Can you get the 100 coin star in Peach's Castle itself?
No.
I didn't think so.
Are we counting all gods? Well, I mean, I think we were specifically talking about Greek mythology, and I mean, I guess if I was doing this comparing game to game, I would count all the gods that are in those games. I'm not expecting any video game to have every god ever to appear in Greek mythology, because that's too many.
Except maybe Smite. Well, no. Oh, if we're talking specifically Greek mythology, no, hell no. Does this toad? I think is this toad that gives you a star?
I know the one in
Nope.
the Hazy Maze Cave.
That's
gives you a
right.
star.
Oh man, I'm gonna need your help figuring out like how to go to where to go for Hazy Maze Cave because we're gonna need that freaking like metal cap.
It's Mips. It's freaking Mips.
Is that its name?
Yep,
Gotcha.
the original Nabbit.
Ow! Unhand me, brute! I'm late. I'm so late. I must make haste. The shiny thing? Mine. It's mine. Finders, keepers, losers. Oh, late. Ouch! Take it then. Gift from Bowser it was. Now let me be. I have a date. I cannot be late for tea.
That's right. He was basically the freaking rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Here we go!
All right. Well, that was easy. Now then, this place.
Let's go!
Oscar, do you know about the actor Tony Todd?
If I knew what he did, probably.
Was that the one guy in, like, Candyman?
I don't remember, unfortunately.
Then again, I haven't. Wait, what was the first part of that? The March Hare, I believe its name was. Then again, I haven't watched Alice in Wonderland. Well, I'm saying I'm late thing is the White Rabbit, which is a different
Yeah.
character than the March Hare, actually.
One of the easiest, eight red coin stars ever in this game.
Oh, I was right. Okay, Candyman and Final Destination. Yeah, yeah, Tony Todd.
Oh, okay, okay.
What about him? He was also
Oh, okay.
he was also Venom in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, really?
In the game Spider-Man 2?
Huh.
In Marvel's Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5.
May he rest in peace.
Sony's Marvel's Insomniac Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I knew he passed away instantly. I knew he passed away recently. He just like did a Venom voice and just immediately died. No.
Easy way to beat this, by the way, if I can pull it off.
Kind of.
So when I first played this, I did that star, but like, circumstances like made it so that I was like hasty, and I like, by the time I figured out is like, there were like platforms I could pass, I was like, oh nuts, I gotta bounce my butt off this lava to get there,
Yeah.
didn't I? And then I went into lava and then I realized, wait a second, they gave me a platform. Come on!
Vanos Del Gaia, thank you for the follow. Vanos Del Gaia?
Where do you see that?
On the mini feed.
Vanos Del Gaia, yeah. Thank you! Okay, so Bully the Bullies is up there, right?
Oh, this first time chat. Hi, Green Scorpion. Nice to meet you.
Wait, what? I'm right here. Oh, they're saying hi, Green Scorpion. Nice to meet you. I thought you were saying hi to someone named the Green Scorpion.
Oh no, I'm reading Vanos Del Gaia's first time chat, which says, "Hi, Green Scorpion. Nice to meet you. I am ready for some Super Mario 64. I have it on Virtual Console on the Wii. Nice."
Beautiful. Yeah, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
I loved the Wii Virtual Console.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so these guys are called bullies, and they kind of made a comeback in, like, the late 2010s, when, like, they started showing up in, like, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam and stuff like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think there might be some in Super Mario Galaxy 2, maybe? Or maybe New Super Mario Brothers 2?
Maybe. I I admittedly have not really played the entirety of Paper Jam. Am I missing much with Paper Jam?
I hear not really.
I didn't think so.
What I usually hear is that it's, like, not bad, but it's just kind of, like,
Meh.
yeah, and that it doesn't really take advantage of being a Paper Mario crossover, because you know how Paper Mario was then, where it was just kind of like, it wasn't like with Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario, or anything where it was like an original world. It was just kind of like Mario but paper.
Aye, nuts.
Yeah, the quicksand here is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, I'm kind of like just trying to like go like get a few stars in every like course just to show it off, like just to show off as much as we can. That being said, again, like we're kind of blazing through this. We're only like, we're not even 2 hours in and we're already at 27 stars.
Oh, I was talking about this before Sonic the Jedi. What are your thoughts on the DS version of this game? I really like it, except that because it's for the DS, which didn't have an analog stick,
Yup.
it's all controlled by, yeah, it only has like 8 directions of movement, unless you're playing with the stylus.
Mm-hmm.
And like, even if you know, use modding and put that onto, like, play that on PC with like a modern controller, it's still programmed for Mario only to move in 8 directions.
Yup.
Which really hurts.
Gotcha, baby.
Anybody remember the name of this condor? He's got a great name. I'll give you a clue. He's famous for stealing.
Hatter?
No, not the hat part. The stealing part. His name is Klepto.
Oh, that's right, Klepto.
Klepto the Condor.
Oh, because kleptomania.
Yeah.
How did it take me this long to put that together?
How did it
Jeez.
take you that long?
I don't know!
Jeez,
I'm usually
man.
good at this shit.
Oh yeah, it is the 20th anniversary of the DS.
Hey! There you go.
I worry a lot about... There's just so many great DS games that are very hard to port to anything else. And some companies have like made ports of their DS games and found like interesting solutions, like Azure Striker Gunvolt, and like you got like the Castlevania Dominus collection.
Yeah, which by the way, apparently we're getting remakes of Azure Striker Gunvolt soon.
Oh, are we?
From what I understand, yeah.
I thought for sure you were gonna go.
I thought so too, frankly. But yeah, no, I heard that we might be getting re-releases or like remakes of oh Jesus Christ, of Azure Striker Gunvolt. And I'm just like, hell yes, please! I want to play these games again.
It is criminal that there aren't like easier ways by like Virtual Console or Nintendo Switch or online or something, that there aren't easier ways to play all the past Pokemon games.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because those would not at all be hard to port, and they just don't do it.
God knows Pokemon Platinum is still going for like God knows how much money
Yeah.
on the shop because it's just so inaccessible now.
Yeah, the Professor Layton games. I have played Hotel Dusk. I like Hotel Dusk a lot.
Speaking of Professor Layton, I really want to know what the deal is with Professor Layton in the New World of Steam because I'm excited about that.
Hegel.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that in a while. Western Echidna with a Ask the Green Scorpion.
What do we got?
Somebody mentioned the Another Code series. I just played those games the first time with the Switch remakes, which I understand are pretty different from the originals, but I still like them a lot.
Get away from me, Klepto. By the way, I love how the Spinies are just PNGs.
Yeah. Yeah, they are flat images.
Which is how they did Mario Kart 64.
What are some franchises you would like to see a collection of, a la Mega Man, Castlevania, and such? Great question.
Ooh, that is a good question.
So, I mean, I do think they should just make, like, a Pokemon collection.
I agree.
Maybe not every Pokemon game, but, like...
At the very least, like, you know...
Like
for as broken as they were, like, you know, give us back the old, like, GBA games. I'll even settle for, like, some of the DS titles. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, obviously, like, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Platinum.
Yeah.
Like, I liked, I liked, what was it? Like, the remakes, like, well enough. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but, let's be real, like, it just makes us want Platinum more.
I mean, I think we should be able to play the remake and the original. That's just what I think.
I agree.
Which, I'm a collector and I have a lot of old games, so a lot of stuff I can just play the original version. But I don't actually have Platinum. I never picked up Platinum at the time. I think I was low on money, so I wasn't picking up the, like, inevitable third version of every game. You know, so I didn't get Platinum, and I didn't get a Heart Gold or Soul Silver until because I was just broke.
Might as well grab that one up.
Mega Man Star Force is a good choice.
That is a really good one.
Just because, like, virtually every other Mega Man property has a collection now. We just need Star Force and Legends.
Oh my god, Mega Man Legends. Please, can we get those games
That would
again?
be amazing.
Mega Man Legends would probably be my choice. Another one I would say, might be the old school Fire Emblem titles that we don't have access to anymore. Specifically the Genealogy, games.
Yeah, Genealogy and Thracia.
Yeah, which, yeah, I waxed how, like, Genealogy and Thracia are, like, filled to the brim with their own brand of bullshit. Doesn't mean that anyone who wants to get into, like, the old Fire Emblem titles shouldn't, like, at least experience just how bullshit those games can get. Other than that, no, I would probably say Mega Man Legends. It's not a collection, but one remake I really, really want to see is Skies of Arcadia.
That is probably my most wanted remake.
I completely agree.
And again, I have the GameCube version that I can play whenever I want. A lot more people play it.
Nope, that's not gonna work!
This guy is called a Spindle.
Really?
Yep. And the block ones that look like him aren't blocks, they're Grindles. They're Grindles and Spindles.
Did not know that. How do you know all these names?
That's just
What about that guy?
Sparky.
Of course.
Yep.
Ow!
Don't forget Binding Blade, Oscar. Yeah, an official English port of Binding Blade would be great.
Yeah, I just didn't say Binding Blade specifically because it wasn't a part of that specific, realm of, Fire Emblem games. But yeah, no, I would absolutely love to play, Binding Blade again on official hardware. You know?
Yeah. What's the most forced death? Like a character death that feels completely unnecessary. Example, several bosses in Gunvolt. Most forced death. It's funny, this is like a thing I feel like I encounter all the time. And
Yeah,
now
I'd have
that
to
I
think about it.
about
I've already waxed my opinions on Engage.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, this kind of doesn't count, but at the same time, it kind of does. A lot of what goes on in Final Fantasy IV is kind of bullshit. Like, yeah, like all of these deaths, all of this like tragedy that's going on, but none of it stays that way.
So few of them are actually dead.
Exactly! Like, it doesn't stay that way, so it's like, can I consider it that? Not really. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do 1 star in Hazy Maze Cave.
Talk to the toad here, by the way.
Yes. Ay, mama.
Okay, we'll
We'll do it afterwards. Because again, I believe I'm gonna need your help with this one because I know this is the place we need to go to in order to unlock the metal cap. I just don't exactly know where to go
Yeah.
in order to find it. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I'll know it when I see it.
Those guys are called swoopers, right?
That's right.
I thought so. I remember that one.
I'm trying to remember what the names of the bugs are.
Oh man, I remember watching that one video about like doing watch out for rolling rocks in half of an A press, and they called it that. They called it the spider by its name, I think.
Yeah.
God, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that I don't remember.
Oh right, this. Okay, yeah, I'm willing to do this.
Tempest Swarm is asking favorite Fire Emblem Engage character, one female and one male character.
If I had to pick my favorite lady in Engage, it would probably be Yunaka. I know, not an original concept. Like a lot of people really like Yunaka. Aside from Yunaka,
I think my favorite guy is Zelkov.
Zelkov is great. Eefway. Ah, the toxic gas.
Scuttlebug, that's it.
Scuttlebug, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Unbind All.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on to your hat. If you lose it, you'll be injured easily. If you ever lose your cap, you'll find it in the course where you lost it. Oh boy, it's not looking good for Peach. She's still trapped somewhere inside the walls. Please, Mari, you have to help her. Did you know that there are enemy worlds inside the walls? Yep, it's true. Bowser's troops are there too. Oh, here, take this. I've been keeping it for you.
Awesome.
Somebody called that area the Wario Fart Maze.
Wow. So yeah, to answer the question, I would say my favorites are Yunaka, and I would probably say Fogato.
Let's go.
I guess Zelkov and Tamara.
Tamara's great. Tamara's wonderful. And Zelkov is just hilarious.
Zelkov's a character where, you know, the Fire Emblem Engage tradition of having exactly one character trait, just like for him, is funny to me.
Uh-huh.
That's one character trait that I actually found kind of funny.
Oh yeah, the fact that he's like this really passionate master craftsman, but also has to like put forth the like vision of being the most edgiest of edgelords ever.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, you know what? Now I remember. I remember where it is. I
Okay.
remember where it is. It is actually where Dory is. The question is, how do I get to Dory? I don't exactly remember how to get to Dory.
Are you saying you're finding Dory? You know, like the Disney Pixar movie starring Ellen DeGeneres as Dory, the forgetful thing fish.
Yep. Yep, I'm finding Dory. And I think I found her.
The funniest thing about this stage is that there are maps on the wall, and I never read them.
Oh no!
Because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Hell no!
Unbind All Redeemed Gaming Challenge.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Haven't had one of those in a while. By the way, I really love this rendition of the Underground theme.
Yeah. So this is Dory before she was given goggles.
Yup. I was always terrified of Dory as a kid too, specifically because there was a sign that said like, "Don't become her lunch," and I was like, "Wait, can she eat you?" I don't think she can.
No. No, she cannot.
Thank you, Dory.
Here we go.
We gotta stay hydrated.
I am out of water. I might grab some. Clear watch for rolling rocks in 0. in 0 8 prices. This is a joke.
Well, thank you for the 2,500 bits.
You know what though? Bet. I'll get you something. Can I have a sip of that actually? Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna have to refill it soon.
We got some water downstairs. I will at least fulfill the spirit of this. One jump. That's all I'm gonna use.
One jump.
One jump.
One jump ahead of the bread line. One slash ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can't afford.
And that's everything.
Thank you.
I don't know if I can do this.
Done. We did it. Posture check. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
One jump man versus one punch man.
Okay, so I'm going to try and cheese it a little bit. I can't do the regular jump, but I can use the A button for other things, such as... Let me see if I can do this.
Okay, so we'll only do stupid jumps.
I need to go to Dory again.
Can you like punch punch kick onto?
Oh, that's a good question actually.
No, I don't think you have enough lift.
Nope. I can do this. No!
That's what you get.
Shut!
That is what you get.
Come on, man!
Try doing that around a real elevator. Security will throw you out.
Oh my god, that thing's gonna come back, right? Please. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
we're all very proud of you.
Shut it.
Oscar, everyone loves that you're doing this.
Damn it. Alright, you know, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried, okay? I tried, but... No joke, though. Like, one of these days I do want to actually do, like, a challenge run like this. One challenge run that I actually thought of doing one of these days, I might make a video out of it. Ignore that. I might make a video out of it, is doing Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows without throwing any bombs.
Oh,
Because there are ways to do it.
I know that's possible, yeah.
It is, like, I think it's possible.
Or at least to throw very few bombs.
Yeah, because the thing is like,
There's a missed game champ on that, right?
no, I don't think Game Champ has done that yet.
Oh, okay.
I actually was inspired by Miss Game Champ, for that, but, like, the idea is that there are some items that, you can get that use Magic Meter that will allow you to be able to attack or, like, do things without throwing bombs. Because I admittedly made that stipulation, right? Beating Plague of Shadows without throwing bombs doesn't mean you can't use them.
Oh,
And-
so you can place bombs.
Well, not place bomb. Like, the thing is, like, you can't really place bombs either because she doesn't have, Plague Knight doesn't actually have that. But what Plague Knight does have is that if you hold down the B button, you can actually, like, charge up and, he'll do an explosion around him to, like, help him
He'll,
jump
like,
around.
use the bomb on himself.
Which, the problem is, in order to do that, you need to use the button that makes you throw bombs. So the question therein is how can you bypass that without letting a bomb leave his hand? I haven't gotten around to testing it out yet, but that is something I do legitimately want to try.
We were talking about, somebody asked because they missed the setup. We were talking about a run of Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows without throwing bombs. Top 10 plesiosaurs in gaming. Or, like, just, like, top 10, like, Loch Ness Monster things.
Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't done a top 10 dinosaurs or anything like that.
Me too, that would be a good one.
It's there we need to go, I believe.
I think you're right. It's either here or it's in the maze. Oh yeah, it is.
Bingo, baby.
Yeah, Yoshi would probably be right.
Oh, yeah. The weird thing is like, you can't tell if, like, Yoshi is, like, supposed to be a dinosaur or if he's supposed to be a dragon.
He is supposed to be right.
Alright, now, I believe all the rest of the... Oh, shoot. Crap. Okay, I should be able to salvage that. The rest of the red coins in this area specifically should be underwater.
Yeah, and you need the metal cap to...
Keep the current from, like, taking me away.
Yep. Metal Mario was the coolest thing back then.
Oh, absolutely.
This is like, whoa!
Got it.
What's a butt monkey that deserves the disrespect compared to one that
doesn't deserve the disrespect? Larry Butts.
I mean, Larry Butts is the worst.
Larry Butts does deserve that disrespect. I mean, no one deserves disrespect, but Larry Butts kind of deserves disrespect. Monkoloff too, quite frankly.
thing about Larry Butts is that he, like, got worse over time, too.
He did. He really did, didn't he? Alright, that's good for Hazy Maze Cave for now. We're making pretty good time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you know what? I might as well do this now,
Yeah, I was gonna
actually.
say, let's find the room where you can drain the canal.
Yeah, and that also will allow us to get the invisibility cap, which we're gonna need later anyway.
The moat, rather. Drain the moat.
Come on, Mario. There we go. Did I see the T1000 MK1 trailer? Yes, I did. He looks shockingly good. I was not expecting something like that to. I was not expecting that to see that in Mortal Kombat 1. Am I gonna go back to playing Mortal Kombat 1 because of it? Probably not. Like I have fun with that game every now and again, but it's not like a priority for me, admittedly. Remember, this place in particular is like really a pain to like get the red coin star, specifically because of that.
Yeah, because there's kind of a point of no return.
I can do this though. This is why we are friends.
I don't need to learn to play musical instruments. Half Crooked Grin, thank you for the resubscribe.
47 months, man. Tater tots! Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all of them.
All of them on that section, you mean?
I think so. I'm just gonna have to trust myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even need to get the red coins in this area, but again, it just makes things a little faster. Ow.
Elise has another Ask the Green Scorpion for us.
What do we got? Ow! My bad.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. Again, though, this is one of those,
Oh, that hole is where you come out from.
Got it.
I do think it's weird. One thing I'll say about the DS version that I don't really like is
Yeah.
that they kind of split up all the power-ups.
Yeah, I always found that weird.
So, like, only Luigi can use the Vanish Cap, and only Wario can use the Metal Cap, and it's like, well, Mario used to do all that on his own.
Uh-huh.
And you have this weird system where there are Mario, Wario, and Luigi caps that you can wear, and wearing them turns you into that character, but still making the sound bites of whatever character you were originally playing.
Yeah.
Which I guess they did because they didn't want to have like a Donkey Kong 64 situation where you had to keep running back to change characters. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Nah, I never found that too intuitive, quite frankly. And maybe it's just me, but for some reason I kind of found it arbitrary that, like, you can only take on the final area with Mario.
Yeah.
Even though you start the adventure with Yoshi.
Because all of them can pick things up except for Yoshi, and even then I feel like Yoshi should be able to, like, use his tongue to start growing.
I got fucking lucky there. I got lucky there too. Ow. That's right, the last one is right in there.
Oh, so you use the Vanish Cap to get it.
Yup.
I asked a bit earlier, but I want to ask for some specific help with something on Hades. I don't want Google to spoil more than I want.
That's fair.
Okay, we're listening.
Here we go!
Alright, awesome.
Apparently, the Twitch chat is... Twitch is being a little laggy. That might just be a problem on Twitch's end.
It more than likely is. I hope things still look fine on YouTube's end. I'm actually gonna check real quick. Oh, I see. Here, let me actually do something real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, I'm starting to see how, like, the frame rate, like, gets really, really, like, nuts. Here's something I can do, actually. I'm gonna deactivate, and I'm gonna activate it again, and that hopefully can fix the issue. Alright, yeah, looks good. I think.
Well, that's from before you.
Yeah, let's see after the reset. Gonna need you to wake up here, Mario.
So the question about Hades is, I can't get Deuce's social link to progress, and I don't want to grind for the wrong thing by accident. Do you know what I have to do to get past the locked heart in her story?
I'm gonna be real with you. You have no risk of progressing anything that you don't want to do in Hades, because that's not how Hades operates. Just keep playing the game and keep talking to Dusa. That's really the best thing you can do.
Yeah,
So don't worry about it.
I never needed to, like, do a specific thing. I think.
Yeah, no. You're gonna get it eventually anyway.
I think Dusa just kind of, like, needs time.
Yes. As a matter of fact, yeah, like, Dusa will come to you on her terms. This is probably a stretch a bit, but I have a couple of questions. Favorite video game movie? And I know thanks to Twitter that you loved Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, Oscar. What kind of decks did you enjoy playing? Well, okay, yeah, no, I'm willing to answer this. In terms of my favorite video game movie, is saying Wreck-It Ralph cheating?
I'd say that's a different definition of video game movie. It's not, like, based off a specific video game. It's a movie about video games.
If not that, then probably the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy, because I was actually quite impressed with how far they went with that. Yeah, I would say the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy. Other than that, though, I would say Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm seeing yeses in the chat, so I'm guessing they all think that
Wreck-It Ralph
is
counts.
cheating.
Or do they think Wreck-It Ralph counts, or that Wreck-It Ralph is cheating?
What do you think of the Blade Runner movies and also the monologue Tears of Rain? Yeah, classics. I haven't seen the newer Blade Runner, though, 2049 or whatever it's called.
By the way, they also asked what kind of, like, deck I ran when playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I was a big fan of running a life point gain deck. Specifically utilizing Fire Princess, because Fire Princess has the effect of anytime you collect, you gain life points, you burn for 500. I did that a lot.
Yeah. Which was more viable back then.
It was way more viable back then. Nowadays, no way you can get away with that sort of shit.
The game is much faster now.
Too fast. Too fast. Too fast, too complicated. I think I'm fine with playing my Magic the Gathering, thank you. Which you got back into recently.
Yeah. Been playing some Commander. Again, I don't play at, like, the highest level of play, but...
Yeah, but I don't think any of us do. I personally, like, casual Commander play, I think is just, like, really fun.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not trying to be, like, the most meta-est player ever, so, like, don't count on that.
I had two main decks for a while in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I had... One was just very, like, defense, trap, flip effect heavy.
Yep, which was, again, way more viable back then than it is now.
Yeah, now flip effect monsters kind of suck.
They do. The only, there is, like, one, archetype that's very flip effect heavy that's still kind of viable nowadays, and even then, like, you gotta know what you're doing with it, and that's, like, I think it's the Super Heavy Samurais? I think? I could be wrong there, but yeah.
I also ran an Elemental Hero deck just because I thought it was so cool that, like, pretty much any combination of them made a different fusion monster.
They've gotten better in recent days, specifically because they got the evil heroes, the vision heroes, and all that jazz. Not so much focus on elemental heroes anymore, but also Neos has its own, like, crazy, like, archetype, so...
Yeah, I wasn't crazy on Neospatials.
they weren't all that great, but like I think eventually like only a couple of them still see play nowadays, specifically Grand Mole and Aqua Dolphin, shockingly.
Speaking of magic,
Oh, what the hell?
did you get stuck under the?
Yeah, I did. I did not know that could happen.
Sorry, I was reading chat. Speaking of magic, did you see the new SpongeBob cards? There are SpongeBob magic cards.
Yeah, they did release that. Kind of like a SpongeBob themed reprints of cards.
Okay.
So that is a thing, I think. But yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but like, you know, Magic does what it wants. So I'm more excited for the Final Fantasy set that's gonna come out later.
If you could pick another Magic the Gathering collab, like another set, like how they're doing Marvel or Final Fantasy or Lord of the Rings or Fallout, what would you pick?
Zelda.
That's a good one.
Like, if you were to pick like if you were to make like the Zelda characters like the main three into like you know Magic the Gathering like commander cards, I could totally see Link as like a green-white, Zelda would be like a blue-white, Ganondorf would be black-red.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, like, especially because like Zelda has gotten like even more and more popular ever since Breath of the Wild became a thing, so they easily have a market for that.
Would Link be really artifact heavy?
Equipment heavy, yeah, maybe, because they did a similar thing with Cloud in the Final Fantasy set, where Cloud like gets bonuses and like helps out his like his fellow creatures when he's equipped.
Same with Captain America has pretty much like
Shield slash.
yeah, you can unequip an equipment to deal like damage equal to its mana cost or something.
Yeah, which is super cool. I actually really liked it, and like, and they also made it so that you can actually, which I thought was really cool. So, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I saw that effect. Okay, unequip an equipment, re-equip the equipment, deal damage. Yeah, this is just shield slash.
Gameplay wise, he was definitely my favorite of the.
Okay, I remember this one being a little bit tricky when it comes to figuring out where all the red coins were. But I think I got it. You know, that's fun.
Agatha on Swarm.
Oh yeah, like Agatha would have a very
Yeah.
good, like, would be a very good commander for like Insect Tribal.
Yeah.
That would be sick, actually. If we were to make the Legend of Zelda characters into Magic cards, yeah, like, obviously, like, Link would be very equipment heavy, Zelda would be very, instant and sorcery heavy, definitely. Ganondorf. Hear me out on this one. I can see Ganondorf being a token spammer. Specifically, like, he would be able to, like, spam, like, ay, mama. Damn it. He would be able to swarm the field with, like, maybe, like, goblin tokens.
Yeah. Goblin or beast or fiend.
Or, like, demons.
Yeah, demon.
Actually, yeah, Ganondorf would actually be a pretty good, cool demon tribal, commander if he were to, like, do something like that. Huh.
I'd like to see. Okay, so this is my idea for a Ganondorf.
Yeah?
Yeah, black-red. Something with like demon tribal of like spawning demons.
Yeah, like demon tokens.
And then like when he gets destroyed, like in response to him getting destroyed, you can like pay a certain amount to flip him, and then there would be a Ganon.
Oh, he would be a transform card.
Yeah.
Yes, that would
Yeah.
be great. Like maybe like he gets a certain amount of like power. Like if he were to like get a total power like among the creatures that he
Yeah.
controls, like he would be able to transform and he would become the demon beast Ganon.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Actually, I would totally
Like,
be down for that.
If Ganondorf would be put into a graveyard, if there are 5 or more demon creatures on the field,
Yes.
transform this card.
I like that, and that would actually be really, really cool for like Because like if you could send him to the graveyard like in any way,
Yeah, so if you had a way to like
sack him. Yes, which Black is really good at doing. Ooh, that sounds cool, actually. I like that.
How hard is Magic the Gathering? I'd say it's a fairly complicated game.
It's about as complicated as you could expect when it comes to like a trading card game.
Yeah.
Not the most difficult though. Like a lot of what comes with like the difficulty of Magic is remembering keywords. After that, it's just a matter of like learning the cards that you have. Because here's the thing. If you're going into Magic, you gotta accept the fact that you're not going to learn every single card out there. Not by any stretch of the imagination. That's not the point. But like the important thing is like learning what you have, and kind of like working in like the major synergies, the minor synergies, and all that jazz within the cards that you have. Especially because like while there are some colorful characters within the Magic the Gathering community, I will say that a lot of them are generally pretty hospitable, honestly. Like, if you meet someone who's, like, into Magic the Gathering, like, especially casual Commander Magic, if you meet someone who's, like, willing to, like, hit you up with some games, like, ay mama, play some, like, Magic the Gathering Commander just, like, for funsies, you'll find that, like, a lot of them are actually very, very welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just keep good company, but, like...
Maybe.
My experience with getting back into Magic has mostly just been a lot of people, like, wanting me to make a good deck. And, like, people are so helpful and just, like I talk to, like, random people that I've just met who are like, oh, I got a ride card that's good for this combo here.
Yeah.
And just, like, giving me cards.
Yeah, like, we got one dude, his name is Tim, he's really big into Magic. The dude's a really good player, too, like, he knows his stuff. And, like, I remember, like, there was this one time, we were getting together, but you couldn't make it, right? But I told them about, I told him and, like, a couple of other dudes at, like, a local card shop that we go to. Am I missing a coin?
Wasn't there one just behind you?
Was there?
Like, in that drop?
Oh, I collected it
Oh,
already.
you got it, okay. Sorry, I was reading that.
No, you're good. And, like, I remember there was this one card, this one really good rat card, like, on the shelves that was, like,